Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. Happy YogaFlow 2. From the entry of my home to wherever you are practicing today. My name is Carrie. Thanks for making it to your mat today. Let's begin an extended child's pose. Big toes touch, knees wide on the mat. Surrender that forehead down. You can use a bolster or a pillow if that feels good for you. I've shared my playlist as I always do in the chat. If you'd like to click onto that link and we can start together at the same time, or you can just do it at your pace. I love music. I love holidays. I try to kind of incorporate the two. I played my first Valentine playlist on Tuesday. Here's my second. Let's begin in 3, 2, and 1. Again, big toes touch, knees wide. Surrender. Take some time to bring yourself into this space, into your space, onto your mat. Before we begin to sort of move through our postures and be very aware of our breath, I want you just to get really soft on the mat. Just let your whole body be really heavy on the mat. Maybe you'll feel your hips sink a little closer to your heels. Maybe you massage that forehead side to side. In child's pose, that's that perfect opportunity to rock that forehead side to side and really visualize that idea that you're emptying out whatever won't serve you on your mat today. Call it what you might, slowing down your mind chatter, stopping that drunk monkey, whatever it is that helps you visualize. Find that thing that does so, and then use your breath as you exhale the breath out. Let that go. The next 60 minutes, just practice you in your body, moving your body, keeping the breath flowing, present fully on your mat in your yoga practice. Go ahead and reach your fingertips all the way towards the top of your mat. Press through the palms, breathe into the shoulders. Walk your hands off to the right or the left if you haven't done so already. Eating that side body stretch. If your hands are off to the right, your left sits bones reaching towards the heel. Come through center, do something on the other side. Eventually meeting back in center with the forehead come down. Let the elbows sink a little closer toward the ears and then bring the palms together to touch. Bend the elbows, take the prayer behind the head, walk the elbows away from you so you can breathe into your triceps. So hips sink to the heels, elbows kind of shimmy towards the top of your space, and then just breathe. One more breath here. Release. Hands come either side of the face. Come up onto all fours. Spread the fingers nice and wide. And begin to cycle through your cats and cows. Drop the belly, bring the gaze forward. And round the spine, bring the ears to the biceps. Go ahead and cycle through a couple of traditional cats and cows. And then maybe get a little more funky in your cat and cow. Notice how your low back, shoulders, hips feel today. So maybe you want to circle the hips as you come through your cats and cows. Some people call this disco cat and cow. Neutral tabletop is where we meet, being very mindful that your joints are stacked. Shift the weight into your left hand, reach your right fingertips to the sky, give your wrist a little circle. And then make a fist and draw a circle on the ceiling with your bent pointer finger. Really make it big. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, begin to thread the needle. Left arm comes underneath the right armpit, right ear to the mat. Too much. Forehead to the mat. Still too much. Maybe a pillow or a block or a bolster is where your head rests. Feel like you got a little more in you today. Reach your left fingertips to the sky. Take that arm behind the back. Allow those fingertips to reach towards the hip crease on the right side. Got a little more, straighten out that left leg, kick it back. With a flex foot, kick the foot off to the side as the toes aim towards the top of your mat. Now stop forcing and soften. Relax your jaw, find your breath. Let's unwind. Slowly reverse your way on out, hand to the mat, left knee to the mat. Pressing the mat away, inhale, right fingertips to the sky, and right hand goes right back on down. Let's grab a couple cats and cows. If you'd like a variation, turning your fingertips to face the back of the room. Give me 3, and then I'll meet you back in neutral tabletop. Being mindful of how those wrists feel today. If this is too intense, maybe turn your fingertips to face the side of the mat instead of all the way towards the back. Your last time through, come back to that neutral tabletop and just press your hips a little closer towards your heels. It won't take much, at least not for me, to get a little more stretch into those wrists. And then come forward. Take a moment to stretch them out the opposite way, turning your palm up. Woofty. And let's try the same thing on the other side. Inhale, left fingertips to the sky. Give that wrist a little circle in each direction. Think a fist. And use that bent pointer finger to imagine you're going to draw a huge circle on that ceiling and reverse. Inhale, left fingertips up. Exhale, thread the needle. Left ear to the mat, left forehead to the mat. Take a couple moments. Notice how I shake my hips a little side to side. Trying to keep my hips above my knees as best possible. I'm tenting my right fingertips as I adjust my shoulder, melt my left ear in, and then I blink my eyes closed and see if I can melt a little bit into this twist. And then again, want to add a little flare, right arm to the sky, finding that little half bind, kicking the heel back, maybe finding that little kick out to the side as right toes face the top of your space. And again, just soften. And reverse your way on out. Right hand to the floor, left hand to the sky, both hands to the mat. Take that weight out of, or press your weight into your hands, take the shoulders out of your ears, curl your toes under, and lift your knees off the mat. Bring your gaze down and see if you can, we use the phrase, hollow up the belly. It just means like really pull the belly in nice and tight. And feel that in your lower abdominals. Hold for 3. Relax your jaw 2, and 1 downward, facing dog. Deep bend in your right knees if you left. And walk it out. Try the other side. And as you walk it out, press your chest towards the straight leg. Or lengthen the back of those legs. Eventually both heels sink. Inhale, gaze the hands, come forward, high plank. Exhale, press back down, facing down. 2 more times. Inhale, high plank, gaze towards the top of your mat. Exhale, press it back, gaze between the ankles. 1 more time, come forward. Last time, press back. Take your feet a little wider, put a bend in the knees and walk the hands back, super heavy head. And just let that how top half of that body be heavy. Deciding how much of a bend you need in your knees today, depending upon how tight your hamstrings are. And then slowly with a heavy head, let's roll up. Second one, vertebra tap the other, your shoulders roll. And reverse. Travel to the top of your space. Bring your feet together, bring your hands into prayer position at heart center. And take advantage of this stillness by really fully bringing yourself onto the mat. Plant your feet firmly. Root down. Engage the thigh muscles. Find your abdominal lock. Melt your shoulders. With eyes softly closed, take this stillness, this moment in this stillness to set a dedication or intention for your practice today. Exhale it out, let it be free. Blink eyes open, bring your arms down to the side, give those fingers a wiggle, roll out those wrists if it still needs it. Turn your palms to face the front of your space. I'm going to turn and face you just for this couple of beautiful sun salutation. Reach the fingertips to the sky, see your thumbs, and take that swan dive forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift flat back. Exhale, go and fold again, tuck the chin, gaze into the belly button. Little bend in the knees, root down through the heels, sweep up, see your thumbs, and pray to the heart. 2 more times. Inhale, Tadasana, mountain pose. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, go ahead and fold again. Inhale, reverse, sweep up, see your thumbs, and pray to the heart. Last time, inhale, sweep. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step your feet back, high plank hold, shoulders are out of your ears, gaze slightly towards the top of your mat. Breathe. Let's come onto that right knee, slide your right foot slightly off of that. Find your modified side plank as you peel your left fingertips to the sky. Prefer to have your hand on your hip. Totally cool. Press your floor away, lift up rather than dumping into that right shoulder. And then turn that top palm to the front of your space, drop your biceps, a nice side body stretch. Want a little more, begin to flex that left foot and lift it off your mat. Breathe. Again, pay attention to the hand on the mat. You want a little bit more? See if you can dance your modified side plank, grabbing onto that left foot, foot into the hand. Oh yeah. Breathe. And release. Left hand to the mat. Let's come onto the knees, but be mindful that the knees, from the knees to the crown of the head, it's a nice long line. Spread the fingers nice and wide, walk the knees maybe a smoosh closer towards your wrist. Take a breath in. Lower down as you pin the elbows in and press back up. 2 more. Exhale, lower down, get the gaze just be on the top of your mat. Exhale, press up. 1 more time, lower it down. Press up. Take it on back, toes curled under. Meet me in down dog. Breath in. Breath out, side hands closer to the toes. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale, gaze to the hands. Exhale, bend your knees, step or hop your feet between your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse it, sweep it up, see your thumbs. Oof, and prayer to the heart. Let's do it again. Inhale, sweep. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step both feet back, shoulders out of your ears. Slide onto that left knee, take the left toes just slightly off the mat, and maybe peel right fingertips to the sky, finding the same shape you did on the other side. Again, too much on that shoulder or arm on the right side, bring your hand to your hip, otherwise give it a float. Side body stretch, palm faces the front, drop the bicep, reach to the fingertips, extend through the toe, through the heel, excuse me. Little more, flex the foot, give it a float. As I flex that foot, I really feel like tightening in my right glute. You want a little something more, reach that hand back, see if you can dance as you kick your foot into your hand, a little stretch into the shoulder, and release. Make your way on down. Take your knees back, so nice long line, toes to the ceiling. Pinning the elbows in, my elbow creases are facing the top of my space. Exhale, lower down halfway. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. 1 more. Exhale, lower down. Inhale up. Hold. Bring the top of the feet down. Curl the toes under. Move yourself forward a little bit more. Tops of the feet back on the mat. Lift up into your up dog. Work to see if you can get your knees off the mat. Rather than cranking on the neck and munching into your low back, bring your gaze forward, press your mat away. Breathe. Curl toes under, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, gaze to your hands. Exhale, bend your knees, step or hop your feet between your hands. Inhale will bring you into a halfway lift. Exhale will fold you. Inhale reverses you. Sweep those arms up, see those hands up and overhead, and slide the prayer right into the heart. Relax the shoulders. Pay attention to that body every time you step to the top of the mat. Feet firmly planted, thighs engaged, bellies tight, standing tall. Breathe, inhale. Exhale, inhale, Tadasana, mountain pose, biceps reach to the sky, see your thumbs. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Stretch your wings and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step or jump your feet back. Move through your chaturanga, maybe this time with your toes curled under, or your yogi push-ups on your knees. You decide. I'll meet you in downward facing dog. Breath in, breath out. Inhale, exhale. Slide the hands a little closer to the toes. Take a breath into the back of the legs. Inhale, right toes high, bend knee, flex foot, reach it towards your right glute, circle out that ankle. Maybe circle out the hip. Slowly begin to straighten your right leg and let it hover over your mat, parallel to your floor, and sink your standing heel as you breathe into that leg. Take a breath in. Exhale, round the spine, knee to the nose. Inhale, right leg high. Right knee, right elbow. Inhale, right leg high. Right knee, left elbow. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, sweep your foot between your hands. Be mindful, feet are hips width distance, so maybe take them a little wider on your mat will help with your balance. Begin to peel right fingertips to the sky. Too much, again, take that hand to the low back. Breathe, inhale. Modification is to find your back knee. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Nice and slowly, both hands come down, shoulders are out of your ears. Transition by bringing your hands to your knees. I have them interlaced. Again, modifications, back knee down. You want to challenge yourself, find that deep lunge as you reach the heel away. Shoulders out of the ears, breathe. Nice and slowly begin to lift up. Shoulders are over your hips. Squaring the shoulders to the front, squaring your hips to the front of your space. Breathe into this. Beautiful, nice, deep crescent lunge. Hands on the hips are always an option because you're getting that nice stretch in the front of that left hip flexor. You want to add some flair, reach your biceps to the sky. Fingertips reach up and then melt your shoulders down your back. You got tight shoulders, just make the arms shape a little more like a V as opposed to parallel. Take a breath in, turn your palms to face the back of your space, and let's find those airplane arms. Breathe, reach the fingertips back. Inhale, reach those arms to the sky. Exhale, find those airplane arms and reach them back. Inhale, reach those arms up. Exhale, airplane those arms. Breathe. Nice and slowly let the hands come to frame the foot. Step your right foot back to meet your left or give it a float as you move through any variation of chaturanga or yogi push-ups or gliding into down dog. Breath in, breath out. Inhale, left toes up. Bend the knee, flex the foot, reach it to the opposite glute, circle out that ankle, knee. Take a moment to wake up the other side. Left leg becomes parallel with your floor. Sink into that standing heel. Press your chest to your thighs. Maybe if you're lucky, get that IT band stretch on the right side. Take a breath in. Exhale, knee to the nose, round the spine. Inhale, left leg high. Left knee, left elbow. Inhale, left leg high. Left knee, right elbow. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, left foot comes between the hands. So go ahead and transition as you find your twist on the other side. Maybe it feels better to keep your hand on the knee and your hand on your low back. If you're reaching those fingertips to the sky, keep pressing that floor away. Maybe you're grabbing onto that block. You feel a little wobbly, take your feet a little wider either side of your mat. One more breath here. Exhale, both hands come down. Nice and slowly begin to transition with interlaced hands, but change the interlacing opposite pointer finger on top. Just do what comes a little less naturally. Relax your shoulders. Breathe into that left hip flexor. Ooh, yeah. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath here. Transition. Shoulders over hips. Hands on the hips to begin. If your knee's off the mat, reach that heel away so you get a beautiful stretch in the front of that right thigh. Shrug those shoulders. Zip the belly up. Nice long line from the belly button to the crown of the head. There's your breath. Begin to transition as you reach your biceps up, but roll your shoulder blades down the back. Turn your palms to face the back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Begin to transition into your airplane arms. Reach your fingertips away from your ears. Roll your shoulder blades down the back. Hold. Inhale, reach your biceps to the sky. Exhale, airplane your arms in your crescent lunge. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, airplane the arms. Breathe. Handspring the foot. Step or float that left leg. Set it up for a really smooth chaturanga. Maybe you're just going to hold your plank. Pay attention to how your shoulders, your elbows, and wrists feel today. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, gaze to your hands. Exhale, bend your knee, step or hop your feet between your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold it. Inhale, reverse. And prayer to the heart. Breath in through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. Shift the weight into your heels if it helps. Lift your toes up, go ahead and do so. Relax those shoulders down your back as you come into your chair pose. Sit your toes back down. Breathe, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. You can add the arms, but be mindful as you reach your biceps up that you don't tend to stick your bum up too much. Relax those shoulders. Get low. Breathe it in. Exhale, airplane the arms. Breathe it out. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, airplane those arms. Inhale, reach them on up. And your following exhale, reach them on back. Inhale, straighten up, palms and knee, press the hips forward, baby back bend. Exhale, prayer comes right through heart center. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant your hands, step or jump it back, chaturanga if you like. Meeting me in down dog. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, right toes high. Round the spine, knee to nose. Inhale up. Right knee, right elbow. Inhale up. Right knee, left elbow. Inhale, reach toes up. Exhale, step foot right on through. Find the twist, right fingertips to the sky. Both hands come down. Let's transition right into crescent lunge. Reach your biceps up. Exhale, airplane those arms. Reach them on up. Exhale, airplane. Reach them on up. Exhale, airplane. Now you can stay here in your airplane with crescent lunge legs or transition forward into your warrior three legs, which eventually finds you in your airplane. You take those shoulders out of your ears. Lift the left heel. Breathe. 3, 2, 1. Begin to stand. Bend your standing leg. Come back into your crescent lunge. Big breath in. Turn your palms to the front. Let's find those cactus arms. Or goalpost arms, and bring your gaze up. Breathe in your shoulders. Give your body time to acclimate. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, warrior two. Let's get low. We haven't been here yet. We won't be here for terribly long. Take a look at your front leg. Track the knee to your pinky toe. That buckling in. Ooh, that doesn't even feel good. Breath in. Breath out. Zip up the belly. Breath in. Breath out. One more breath in. Let's find extended. I'm going to start with that elbow on the knee and sweep the arm up and over, getting that shoulder out of your ear. Roll the shoulder away, bring your gaze up. Let's see what you got. Let's breathe here. Hold 3. Hold 2. Lift back into your warrior 2. Keep that deep bend in your front knee. Take a breath in, flip the front palm and reverse. I'm going to half bind. You can join me if you like. Breathe. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath here. Begin to straighten your front leg. Give your shoulders a roll. Toe heel that back foot in. Find your sweet spot as you reach your fingertips to the front and back of the space. Clip that hip to the back, and then reach your right arm forward as far as you can. And then do what they say, tick-tock your arms. So finding that triangle pose. Working to try to stack that left hip a little bit more if your body allows. Grabbing onto the block, grabbing on your shin, maybe yogi toe locking the big toe, depending upon what your Trikonasana looks like today. Top palm to the front, drop the bicep. Ooh. And you can find that steeple grip, hands face each other. You can move with me, taking that hand behind the back and floating the bottom arm. Bringing the gaze up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath here. Release. Let's lift up and reverse that triangle. Squeeze your inner thighs together as your left hand tracks down your back leg. 3, 2, bend your front knee, cartwheel your hands down. Step your right foot back to meet your left or give it a float as you move through chaturanga and meet me in down dog. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale. Exhale. Let's try the other side. Inhale, left toes high. Exhale, around the spine, knee to the nose. Inhale, left toes high. Left knee, left elbow. Inhale, reach up. Left knee, right elbow. Inhale, reach. Exhale, step your foot between your hands and begin to peel left fingertips to the sky in your twist. And both hands come down. Inhale, come into your crescent lunge. Relax your shoulders. Exhale, airplane those arms. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, airplane those arms. One more time, reach up. Exhale, airplane those arms you can hold here or to begin to transition into your airplane. Bringing your gaze forward so you know where your plane is going. Lift up that right heel. Breathe into your standing leg. Or maybe you're holding your crescent lunge with airplane arms. Begin to bend your standing leg. Come back into your crescent lunge. Reach those arms up. Turn your palms to the front of your space. Find your cactus arms. Inhale, gaze forward, arms up. Exhale, warrior two. Let's get low again. Relax the shoulders. Feel yourself zip that belly up. As always, shoulders are in your ears. Just turn your palms up and then sink in. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Relax your jaw. Exhale. Let that knee track closer to the pinky toe. Open up into that inner thigh. Take a breath in and let's glide into extended elbow to the knee. I'm going to reach that right arm right up and over. Since my right shoulder is a bit funky today. Bringing your gaze to the ceiling, you can roll open into that shoulder. Try not to dump into that knee. Press it away. As you breathe and hold postures, see if you can refine and make it even better than before. Take a big breath in. Lift up through your two. Inhale, flip your front palm, and let's reverse it. Like to join me in that half bind? Please do so. I like to press into that hip crease and then extend that up and back on the opposite side. Inhale. Exhale. Lift up and straighten out that front leg. Relax your shoulders. For me in my triangle pose, it helps bring my back foot in just a bit. Reach your fingertips to the front and back of the space. Block the hip back. The fingertips reach as far forward as they can. When they can reach no further, that hand comes down the opposite to the sky. And then again, as we are not moving one movement, one breath, not flowing right now, take some time. Use your own hand to adjust to the pelvis. Try to stack that right hip on top of it. Try to lift up a little higher, maybe even floating that bottom more. I love a good side stretch. You can float the bottom, palms can meet, you can steeple grip. It just means you interlace your hands and you let the pointer fingers stay straight. Or if you like to move with me, right hand behind the back, float that bottom arm, bring your gaze up. Really working it. See if I can get a nice stretch in that inner left thigh. Breathe, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, one more breath here. Let's release, lift up, flip your front palm and reverse your triangle. Right fingertips track down the leg. Oh, reach up and back, get that left side body stretch. Inhale, exhale, one more breath here. Begin to bend that front leg. Cartwheel your hands down, left foot comes back to the right or give it a float. Chaturanga. I'll catch up with you in down dog. Breath in. Oof. Breath out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, gaze to the hands. Exhale, bend your knees, step or hop your feet between your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold it. Inhale, reverse. See your thumbs and slide that proud of your heart. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale. Exhale. Once again, weight comes into your heels. As always, if it helps to lift your toes up to help you do so, so you press down to the four corners of your feet, just be mindful to put those toes back down again. When you're in your chair pose, your knees don't need to be way over your toes. They should be back. So maybe that means you're sitting up a little higher. Breathe. Biceps reach up. Airplane those arms. Inhale, reach them on up. Exhale, airplane those arms. Inhale, reach them on up. And airplane. This time as you reach them up, come all the way up. Give your right leg a float. So this is one-legged Tadasana. Kickstanding is your modification. Otherwise, see if you can get that thigh parallel with your floor, flex the foot so this right leg is activated. Turn your palms to face the back. You can stay here or try that airplane from this direction. So we're coming to the front to the back and to the back to the front. Yeah, see what happens. Maybe you need to take the right toes down for a kickstand. Maybe you fall out, you gotta come back in. Lift the right heel a little higher. Begin to bend that standing leg, come right back into your one-legged Tadasana. Palms meet up and overhead, bring the prayer to the heart. Kick the heel towards the front of your space. Take a breath in, and right foot meets the left. Roll up that left ankle. Take an inhale. Exhale, come back into that chair pose. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, airplane arms in your chair. Remember, you decide how low you want to sit in that chair. Arms up. Exhale, airplane the arms. Inhale, reach them up. Exhale, airplane arms. This time, as your arms come up, come into your one-legged Tadasana. Relax the shoulders, find your breath. Turn your palms to face the back. Again, staying here, holding and balancing, or transitioning into your airplane pose. Fingertips reach away, gaze comes forward. Breathe. 3. Breathe. 2. Little bend in that standing leg. Come back, palms meet up and overhead, prayer to the heart. Kick that front knee away. Left foot meets the right. Rock and roll onto those toes, shake it off, breath in through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant your hands, step or jump it back. Move through your variation of chaturanga with control. Maybe taking a moment to hold your up dog and gathering in downward facing dog. Hands slide a little closer to the toes. Take a breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Nod the head, yes. And look right, left. When you're ready, inhale, right leg high. Exhale, around the spine, knee to the nose. Inhale, right leg high. Right knee, right elbow. Inhale, right leg high. Right knee, left elbow. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, sweep your foot between your hands. Inhale, reach right fingertips to the sky in the twist. Exhale, both hands come down. Inhale, come into your crescent lunge. Exhale, airplane the arms. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, airplane arms. Inhale, crescent lunge. Airplane arms, and hold or transition into your airplane. Breathe, inhale. Exhale. Begin to bend your standing leg. Come back into your crescent lunge, biceps reach up. Breath in. Exhale, let's cactus those arms. Inhale up. Exhale, warrior 2. Take a big breath in. Exhale, maybe go a little deeper in your extended. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, reverse. Straightening that front leg. Find your Trikonasana stance. Inhale, reach as far forward as you can. And transition into triangle. Inhale, lifts you back up. Exhale, reverse your triangle. Begin to bend your front knee as you cartwheel your hands down. Step or float your right leg. Chaturanga. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, gaze to your hands. Bend your knees, step or hop your feet between your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse. And prayer to the heart. Chair pose. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, airplane arms. Arms come up. Airplane arms. Maybe sit a little lower this time. You're not allowed. Airplane arms. Inhale up. One-legged Tadasana. Holding here or finding your airplane from the front to the back. Come on through a little bend in the standing leg. Come into your one-legged Tadasana. Palms meet, prayer to the heart. Kick that leg away. Right foot meets the left. Find your chair. Inhale, biceps up. And airplane arms on the exhale. Inhale, biceps up. Exhale, airplane. Inhale up. And airplane. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana. Staying here or transitioning into your airplane on the other side. Let's breathe. Bend your standing leg. Come back up. Prayer to the heart. Kick that front room away. Left foot meets the right. Breath in through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. Let's move. Inhale, sweep it up. And fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant your hands up or jump it back. Moving through your chaturanga. Maybe holding your up dog for a breath or two. Down dog to our meet. Big breath in. Huge breath out. Inhale, left toes high. Round the spine, knee to nose. Inhale up. Left knee, left elbow. Inhale up. Left knee, right elbow. Inhale, reach. Exhale, step it through. Peel up into the twist. Both hands come down. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, airplane arms. Inhale, crescent. Airplane arms. Inhale, crescent. Airplane arms. You can hold or transition forward, finding that airplane once again. Breathe. Begin to bend your standing leg. Come back into your crescent lunge. Reach your biceps to the sky. Let's cactus those arms. Your next inhale, reach it on up. Exhale, warrior two. Take a big breath in. Let's find your extended. Inhale, two. Let's reverse. Straighten your front leg. Set up your Trikonasana. Inhale, reach. And find your triangle. Lift through your two. And reverse your triangle. Take a big breath in. Bend that knee. Cartwheel the hands down. Step or float that left leg. Chaturanga. Down dog. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale, gaze to your hands. Here's your change. Bend your knees, hop your feet wide on the mat. Find your block. Maybe use that as a little bit of a prop. Maybe you're going to use your tuft or your pillow or your bolster. It's a moment, a little quick intermission before we move on from here. So I teach Tuesdays and Fridays, and I try to switch up what I do. Sometimes it's core, sometimes it's legs, sometimes it's arms. I did some spine strengthening on Tuesday, which I hadn't done in a while. And what I realized is I really haven't been doing very much balancing lately. If you're on your bolster or block, see if you can remove it, bring your hands to the floor and just sort of marinate a little bit. Then eventually, elbows to the knees, hands to the heart, so you can find that deep yoga squat. Breathe into those hips. Now, if you're jumping to transition into flying frog, hands spread wide, elbows stay attached to the tricep, lift one or both legs off the mat. You can also put your block where you think your head might go, so that you're not afraid of banging your head down on the floor. Sometimes people put their head right on the block and then lift one or both legs up, just that feeling of what does it mean, or does it feel like to lift the feet up? Obviously, if crow is part of your posture or practice, please transition into that posture also. Maybe from your crow, you go to headstand or shoot back into chaturanga. For those of you who have no idea what I'm talking about, don't worry about a thing. You're right where you're supposed to be. Take a big breath in, big breath out. Breathe in your body. One more inhale. If we can all meet in that yogi squat, bringing your hands to the floor, begin to transition as you straighten out the legs. Bring your feet hips width distance. Make peace fingers with your hands. Slide them between your big toe and your second toe. And let's use your thumbs as kickstands between the feet. Come into your halfway lift and bend your elbows and fold over your legs. Now, if you're not able to grab your toes, bend your knees till you are able to. And then use those toes as leverage to really fold forward and see if you can straighten the legs just a little bit more. Breathe. Inhale, come into your halfway lift. Shift your weight way to the left, lift your right foot off the floor. If you feel okay here, when you lift that foot off the floor, see if you can kick your right leg out to the right side of your room. And I'm making a capital L with your legs. But don't be afraid to shift way to the opposite side. When you've made the attempt and you've had enough, let's find a little cleansing halfway lift, fold forward. Your next inhale, come back into that halfway lift. It helps to keep the thumbs kickstand up. Shift your weight way to the right this time. Lift your left foot up, just lift it up, see what it feels like. And then maybe kick that leg all the way out into that capital L. Get a couple of attempts. Don't forget to breathe, don't hold your breath. Eventually, we meet both feet on the mat. Release the toes. Take your hands, slide them underneath your feet so your toes come to your wrists. Let's give those wrists a little stretch too. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Press the toes into that hand. Help you kind of lift forward. I'm not telling you to lift your heels off the mat, but shift the weight towards the balls of your feet. Give those wrists stretched too.
and release. Keeping the feet hips width distance, plant your left fingertips on the mat, straighten out your right leg, bring your right hand, your hip gaze to your right. Ooh, yeah. Maybe fingertips to the sky. Doesn't feel so good, bring your hand back to your hip. Keep reaching your right sits bone to the back of your space. Right hand comes down. Deep bend in your left knee, see if you can straighten out your, deep bend in your right knee, see if you can straighten out your left leg. Did I say this? I think I did. Reach up. And then slowly both hands come down. Heavy head, little bend in the knees. Let's slowly begin to stack one vertebra on top of the other. Take your time. Give your shoulders a roll and reverse. Let's give the shoulders a little bit of a stretch before we move to a little balancing. Right arm comes across. Right arm comes up and over. You can take that left hand and give that tricep a little bit of a tug, a little bit of a stretch. If it's too much, it might help to bring your chin to your chest. You got a little more, and you take your left hand around towards the back, and using a strap or a towel, maybe grab onto that with both hands, or maybe your fingertips just link. I'm gonna bring my chin to my chest while I work my hands closer together. I'm gonna plant my feet firmly, heels on the mat, and then I'm gonna bring my gaze forward. I'm pressing the back of my head into my right forearm. Chin to the chest, release. Shoulder roll, left arm comes across. Left arm up and over. Right arm comes, gives it a little tug. So I end up moving my hand toward that, trapezius, that triangles of muscles at the top of my back. Right hand comes behind, chin to the chest as you work those fingertips a little closer together. I've got a funky right shoulder, so notice I'm not quite able to make oops, just about today. And then I'm gonna press the back of my head into my left forearm. Ooh. Yeah, I've got a funky right shoulder. Breathe. Chin to the chest, release. Now shoulder roll forward. If you went back, last one, maybe one each. Feet are firmly planted, interlace the hands, press the fingertips to the floor, to the front of the room, bend to the ceiling. Melt your shoulders on the back and just turn the top half of your body, gaze to the right. Try to keep your hips squared to the front. Back to the center, take it to the left. Back to the center, arc to the right. Back to the center, arc to the left. And release, shoulder roll. Still heel the feet together to touch, bring your hands in a prayer position at heart center. Find your center. So just like we said, when we went to the top of the mat at the start of practice today, same body, feet planted, thighs engaged, bellies tight, heart shining, shoulders melted. Kick your right toes up. Bottom of the foot rests on your ankle or slides up to your calf. Let's stay away from the knee joint. You got a little more in you. Maybe reach up onto that foot. Have it press into your inner left thigh, but above the knee joint. So my thigh is pressing into my foot and my foot's pressing into my thigh. The knee is facing due right. Hands to the heart, relax your shoulders. Grow a little taller. Oh, breathe. You can move through any variation of tree that you like. If you'd like to join me, I'm going to take my right hand, palm face up, and rest it on my right thigh. I'm going to reach my left arm up and over, bicep next to the ear, taking a breath in as I exhale on the arc to the right. Eventually we'll meet back in the center, interlacing the hands, bring the knee to the front, interlace the hands around that knee, circle the ankle, and reverse. Hang on to that knee with your right hand, float your left arm and swing your knee out to the side. You feel like you got a little more? Grab that right toe with your peace fingers and see what happens if you work to try and straighten that leg. And make your way on out. Kick it off, shake off, find your breath. We'll try the same thing on the other side. Plant your right foot, engage the right trunk, left toes out, kickstand, calf stand, skip the knee. Maybe some help into that thigh. Thigh presses into the foot, foot presses into the thigh. Left knee faces the left side of the room. You can stay right here. I want you to feel yourself grow taller as you stand up. Belly's tight. Maybe your tree grows the limbs of your choice, or maybe you move with me.
Left hand, palm faces up on the left side, right fingertips to the sky. Take a breath in, let's arc. Breathe. That's what happens when you don't focus, right? Inhale. And exhale. Eventually we meet interlaced hands driving onto that left knee. Pull it up, circle out that ankle in each direction. Left hand's gonna hold onto the knee as the right arm floats. Swing that knee up. Breathe. You wanna go a little further. Peace fingers are gonna grab onto those big toes. And let's just straighten out that leg. See what you got in you today. Keep the breath moving as you attempt to transition in your balancing. Eventually meet, left foot meets the right, shift it off. Breathe it in. Taking those feet hips width distance, we're taking the hands behind the back. You can either work the palms together to touch or leave the wrist 90-degree angle. Too much on your shoulders, just grab opposite hand, opposite elbow. Feet hips width distance at least. Shine your heart, bring your gaze up. Keep the interlaced hands on the low back as you fold. Keep them right where they're at. As your head comes up and over, and you let the head get heavy, maybe those hammies are too tight, put a little bend in the knees. Otherwise, let gravity pull you forward. You feel okay here, begin to lift the interlaced arms or hands off your back and maybe all the way up and over, breathe into your shoulders. Let's hold here. Slowly reverse your way on up. Come all the way up. Your shoulders are rolled up. Walk to the top of your space. Bring your hands into prayer position at heart center. Take a breath into your nose. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Seal the lips. Inhale, Tadasana, mountain pose. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, gently step your feet back. You can glide into down dog, or maybe you've got one last chaturanga in you, go get it. And breathe. Your next inhale, you're going to bring your gaze to your hands, bend your knees and step or hop your feet all the way through, coming down onto your seat. Keeping the knees bent. Be mindful that your feet are all the way to the top of your space. Eventually, we're going to lay ourselves down. Keeping your knees bent, I'd love for you to lean back. Nice long line from your tailbone to the crown of your head, so try not to round the shoulders. Shine your heart, gaze where the ceiling meets the wall, and keep your legs afloat. You can work on that idea of straightening the legs, so maybe hold on to the legs. Bend the knees and maybe see what it feels like to yogi chola. No, yogi chola today. What happens if you hold on to the toes and work to straighten up the legs here? Ooh. And just like we did in our forward fold, only now we're in that variation of both. Pull your shins towards your head instead of your head towards your shins like we did. And reverse. Let the feet extend. Give those hip flexors a little rub. Take your fingertips behind you, counter stretch, reverse your plank. Put your toes so much they touch your mat. And release. Arms up. Exhale, fold over those legs. Find your Paschimottanasana variation using a strap, using a block, whatever it might be that helps you in your forward fold. Use each breath, inhale, long spine, and exhale, fold. Slowly begin to transition. Hyperflex your feet. Unless you've got that abdominal separation, that diastasis, then I want you to bend your knees and slide your weight out on your side. The rest of your feet flexed, arms floating, palms face up. Let's take some time, rolling on down. Keep the toes curling towards your face, fingertips reaching towards the toes. Just before your shoulder blades hit the floor, pause. Tiny pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, breathe. 6, 5, last push. 4, 3, 2, hold on the 1, and release, reach up and over. Bend one knee and then the other ankles directly below the knees. And your arms at your sides, palms facing down. Peel up quick into a little bridge, walk your shoulders underneath, and enjoy that stretch again into that front of the legs and the hip flexors. Slowly release, low back to the mat, knees to the chest, flex feet. Transition, reach your heels to the sky, toes curl toward the face, arms out at your sides, palms facing up. Your support will be your arms, or if you've got that strap or towel around your feet. Otherwise, rest the arms, separate the feet. Really reach the heels to the ceiling as you curl your toes towards the face. Feel your belly button press to your spine and your spine press into the mat. 3, 2, point your toes, bring your feet back to the floor. Take your right ankle to your left knee, make a figure 4. Lift your left foot off the floor, interlace your hands around the left thigh, pull it in. Press your right heel to the left side of your room, breathe into your right glute. Back to the center, left foot to the floor, cross the legs completely. Now you can transition half T, arms to the left, right of the way, or maybe you move into supine cow face pose. Bring the knees to the chest, straighten out the legs a little bit as your hands walk around the outside of the shins. Maybe you grab onto the feet. Some of your knees might be facing closer to the ceiling. And you could just bring them a little closer toward the body if we can get into the sits bones. If this is easy for you, pull the feet down or pull the feet apart. Left foot to the floor, capital T, arms, both shoulders stay on the mat. Take a breath in. Set your legs to the left side. If cross legs doesn't feel right for you, uncross them. If this is too much on your low back, find a prop, a pillow, a bolster, a block to rest those knees on. Trying to have you get a nice stretch into that low back, maybe into your obliques. Lifting your head, turn your gaze away from your legs and see how that feels in your body. Soften into the twist, stop forcing it, just let your body relax. Gaze to the center, use your left hand, lift your legs back to the center, uncross the legs. Same thing, other side. Left ankle, right knee, open up the floor. Interlace hands around the right thigh, pull it in. Left heel presses to the right. Oh boy. Right. Come back to the center, right foot down, cross the legs completely. Again, maybe you're going to transition into the supine twist right away. I love a little cow, supine cow. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing. Straighten out my legs, walking my fingertips so I can grab the outside of my ankles or feet. And get that stretch all the way down to that sits bone. Rocking side to side or pulling your feet down. You find your sweet spot. Left foot to the floor, capital T, arms, take a breath in. Exhale, set your feet, your legs to the right side of your room, crossed or uncrossed. So you're going to gaze away from the knees, just try something a little something different. Think your eyes closed. I've been forcing this a bit, so we have to just surrender into the posture. I know. Bringing your gaze back to the center, use your right hand, lift your knees back to the center, uncross the legs, knees to the chest, pin the knees in a circle, one direction, and then the other. Wrap your forearms around your shins, give yourself a ginormous squeeze, let your forehead up to meet your knees, take a huge breath in. And as you exhale, blossom open into your final resting posture, Shavasana. Close your eyes. And accoutrements around your mat, press them away. Give yourself space on your mat. And we say, turn your palms to face up if you are ready to receive the goodness of your practice. With the eyes heavy and jaw relaxed. Send your breath from your shoulders to your fingertips and let your arms be super heavy at your sides. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, send your breath from your hips down to your toes. Let let your legs melt into your mat. Resist the urge to fidget. Let your body really feel what it's like to be still and present as you surrender here in your final resting posture, Shavasana. And slowly let's begin to draw that awareness back to your body. Take a moment to brush your thumbs over your fingertips. Give your wrists a circle in each direction. Give your ankles a circle in each direction. Point through your toes and reach your arms up and overhead as you come into a full body stretch. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, bend one knee and then the other and roll to your right or your left side, pausing there in that fetal position for a breath. As you take a moment to hit your reboot button. And press yourself up to a comfortable seat facing the front of your space. Sitting tall on the mat, one vertebra stacked on top of the other. Let's find that breath once again. Inhale, lift those shoulders up into your ears. Open mouth, exhale, shoulders down the back. Inhale, arms up and overhead, palms meet. Open mouth, exhale, prayer to the heart. Just the breath this time. Inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. Let's take a moment to circle back to the beginning of class. Maybe you have set an intention or dedication for your practice today. And if that's true for you, let it come to mind. And exhale it out once again with your next breath. Thank you for making it to your mat on this Friday. Thank you for sharing your practice with me remotely. Incredible privilege to guide you.
Lifting the thumbs between the eyebrows, let's bow forward to seal this practice. Namaste.